Next, let's see about the third model. So in this third model, so we will study about the municipal wastewater treatment units. So in these units, first we'll study about the introduction about the municipal wastewater treatment. After that, we'll see so whatever what are their objectives. So their objectives we will study. So later on the objective, how the samplings, the samplings of the wastewater will be done. So their sampling and that sampling with that of the normal drinking water. So how what are the parameters to be determined. So after before treating, so whatever the wastewater, whatever it is there, so their characteristics, what are the characteristics has to be determined. So later after the purification, so what are the characteristics of the wastewater has to be needed based on the prescribed data by World Health Organization, whatever the parameters are there. So that is should be within the limits, within that the permissible limit. So that permissible limit, that will study about the characteristics of the wastewater. So later after the characteristics, we'll see the flow diagram of the municipal wastewater. So that municipal wastewater, the flow diagram also we'll study. So how the flow from one unit to another unit, the flow will be takes place. So that we'll study. So after the flow diagram of the municipal solid waste, what are the units of the operation. So individual, we will go for the individual operations, units of the operation we will study. So after this unit operations, so we'll study the individual. I told the individual operations. So each whatever the trickle filters will be carried out. So what is activated sludge? What is the importance of this activated sludge? So the sequence, next is the sequential of the batch reactor. So how this bed bioreactor will be. So that is also we will going to study on this bed bioreactor. After that, later at the end, so how the whatever the sludge are there, so how this digester works for this sludge. So that we'll study at the end. So that's about the sludge digesters. So finally the complete operation of a municipal solid waste we'll going to study. Now we will see the first we'll see the introduction of this the municipal solid waste. This the main objective of the sampling is to collect the representative sample. There will be a representative sample will be there. This representative sample, by means of the sample in which whatever the relative proportions or the concentration of this sample, that all be whatever the component will be, that will be same as that of the whatever the material being taken sampled. So this same sample will be handled in a such a way that there is no significant change in the composition which occurs before the test which has been made. These whatever the samples volume shall have the optimal small enough, it has to be transported, and large enough for the larger analytical reason. So based on this, because of the increasing placed on the verification of the very accurate requirement or the representation of the data, the greater emphasis will be placed on the proper sampling collection. So these whatever the trackling presentation or the preservation technique, this often laboratory personal help will be in the planning, and the sampling programs will be carried out. So either in the consultation or in the lab with the user with the test results. So such consultant or the lab is very essential for to ensure a selective sample for the analysis of the uh, data which is required for the various methods that been provided for the sound and valid basis for the prompting the sampling that will be met the regular whatever the regulations are there with that met regulatory the specific requirements. So that was the basic objective of this that is what basic introduction about this sampling. So next we will go for the we will go for the objectives. So what is these objectives for the municipal solid waste? So basically it is for the only to understand and design whatever the different units of the municipal solid waste are there. So what are the different municipal solid waste? So how the unit operations were involved in the conventional and the biological treatment which takes place in the uh, municipal treatment plant. So that's complete objective we're going to study and understand the process and the flow diagram of the from one unit to another unit. So that's what the main objective of this this municipal waste treatment plant. So that process will be we're going to study in detail.